Welcome back to Reader's Workshop. So we've talked about finding a quiet, comfortable place to read, which is very important. But obviously finding a book to read is also very important. And since one of our goals is to build stamina, to be able to sit for longer, reading longer, and enjoying it for longer, we really need to focus on choosing the right book. So that's what we're going to do today. So here's our teaching point. Readers choose just right books. So it's really important that when you're choosing books, you take a few things into consideration so that you're not wasting your time. You don't want to choose a book that's too easy. You also don't want to choose a book that's too difficult. You want to choose a just right book, something that is going to help you become a better learner and something that's going to help you practice the strategies that we've been working on. So let's take a look on how to do that. Here is an anchor chart that I found online from Mrs. Whalen's classroom website, and I think it does a great job of giving us some strategies for choosing a just right book. When you're reading, you can take these strategies into consideration when choosing a book. So the first one is read the back cover. So we often look at the front cover to see if we would be interested in the book, but reading the back cover can also be a great way to choose a book because a lot of times books will have descriptions on the back to tell you more about what the book is about. And that can just give you a little taste, a little preview of what the book is going to be about. If there are pictures in the book, you can also take a picture walk, meaning you can flip through the pages, look at the pictures, get an idea of what it's going to be about, and choose based on that. You can also read the inside flap. This is a lot like the back cover because sometimes on the inside flap there will be information about what the book is about, and it'll give you a better idea of what you can find inside and, what the story will be like. Here's an important one. Think about your purpose. There are a lot of different types of books, there are different genres, and there are different reasons that authors write books. So it's important that when you're reading, you read with purpose. You read when you think about, why am I reading? Why do I want to read this book? Do I feel like reading about a story so I can practice some strategies with fiction books? Am I practicing strategies with nonfiction? So maybe I need a nonfiction book. You need to think about your purpose. Why are you going to read? Here's another one. Use 5-finger test. And what that means is when you see a new book that you might be interested in, you'll open it to one of the pages, read the page, and use your fingers to count how many words on there you're having trouble with or you don't know. If you get up to 5, that means it's too hard. Now, it is important that when you're reading new books, there are a few words in there that you don't understand. Because if you don't understand them, that gives you an opportunity to learn them, and that's just going to make you become a better reader. If you read the book and they're all easy words that you know, it's too easy of a book. We want somewhere in the middle. We don't want it to be too easy. We don't want it to be too hard. So when you read a full page and you count how many words are unfamiliar or tricky for you to sound out or read, then 2 or 3, maybe 4 would be a better number of words on a page that are hard for you. If you get up to 5, like I said, it's too hard. 1 or 2 is easy for you, so you can try a different book. Here's another one, read the table of contents. And this is going to depend on what type of book you're reading. Some books will have table of contents, other books won't, but that'll give you an idea of what's in the book. You can also think about, is it a similar genre? Now, maybe you really love reading nonfiction, and so you want to find another nonfiction book. That would be a great way to choose a book. Maybe you really love fiction. Maybe you really love fantasy. So if there's a genre that you really like, that's a great way to find another book. Here's another one. Is it a series? That's another good way to find a book. Say you read one book by an author that's in a series and you need to find another book. The next book in the series would make sense. That would be a good book for you to choose next. So like if you read one of the Harry Potter books, then another Harry Potter book would be great if you liked the first one. And then the last one is, can you summarize a page? Now, this is part of the book being too hard or too easy. If you read one of the pages and you can tell somebody about it and you can retell it and summarize it, that means that you understand the book, you understand what you're reading, and it's a just right book. If you read the page and you can't really understand it, maybe that's a book that you need to save for another time, because if you don't understand it, that's going to be really hard to read. You want to make sure that you can summarize it, that you can tell somebody about it, that you know what's going on. Okay, so we've talked about different strategies to choose just right books. And to be a good reader, you really want to make sure that you're choosing books that are appropriate for you, books that you're interested in, books that are not too easy, not too hard. And these are different strategies that you can use to do that. Now, when you go choose a book, make sure you remember all the things that we talked about.